Welcome, everybody, to this special edition of HorseCity.com TV, an NBHA highlight show. I'm Ryan Dorn from BarrelHorses.com, here along with my friend and professional rodeo announcer, Alan Moorhead. Alan, tell the folks at home, if you would, a little bit about what we're going to see in the arena tonight.
Well, Ryan, over the next couple of hours, we've got the finale. It's the finals of the NBHA World Championships for the Open. Hey, we've had 2 go-rounds of competition already, and we're down to the final few in the Open. And hey, they better be watching out for the youngsters. That little Mesa Leavitt from Iowa, she's already leading the world in the International Pro Rodeo Association. Hey, she's got a great shot at a world title here tonight. Exciting runs after one another. We're going to have a great time inside.
That's great. Alan, you and I are very familiar with barrel racing. If you would, tell the folks at home a little bit about the rules and regulations for the show tonight.
Well, in our 4-divisional format, Ryan, a lot of folks are interested in, and they'll notice that barrel racing throughout its history has paid the fastest horse and then just so many down the line. But in a 4-divisional formatted barrel race, you pay that fastest time and so many in what we call the 1D. Come a half second off of that, and then you pay the 2nd division. 3rd division's a second. 2 seconds off is the 4D, and there's how you pay it off for the Open and Senior World Championships.
Oh, that's great, Alan. It's going to be an exciting night, so let's step inside the arena and get this party started.
And welcome inside the James Brown Arena. Ryan, you mentioned it. You talked about getting the party started. It is the short go of the NBHA World Championships. They're going to start out with the run of Diane GOETZMAN of Stark, Florida. She's on board a lanky gray horse by the name of D. And D, well, looking to be in one of the Ds of the NBHA World Championships at the end of this thing. And that's exactly what you want to do, is leave 3 standing, just turning tight around 3 and putting numbers on the board.
16,137 for Diane. I'm going to bring home a paycheck of $816 and in 5th place. That 4th division is nothing to be ashamed of. 2 seconds off some of the best horses in the country.
Well, it gives some awesome horses an opportunity to extend their life where there might just be a step or 2 off, being 16, 18 years old, and they still go. Like the horse of Linda Fuel of Lacoste, Texas, Daniel's Boss Man, here in this short go-round. And notice how this horse works. You can see the thoroughbred breeding behind this horse, the lankiness of the legs, long, slender neck, and just works the barrels like you want to.
A 16,125, a great time for her to turn in. And she's going to bring home a paycheck, Linda is, of $1,165. These are some pretty stout paychecks for the 4th division here at the World Championships in Augusta, Georgia.
Well, we had 2 long go-rounds to qualify to this championship round, a short go round. And in the week of competition here at the James Brown Arena, an arena of excitement when you have dirt on the ground, over $215,000 in total payout. This is Gary Blaisdell of Pepperell, Massachusetts. His horse's name is Lena's Missing Cash. He's going to be in the money as well.
16,123, 16123 for Gary. And never want to forget, Alan, that where beginners can be winners is the NBHA slogan, and a paycheck of $1,398, that's nothing to be ashamed about.
And that's the whole concept of the NBHA, where beginners can be winners. And here's a lady from Texas, always has a smile on her face. Alvin, Texas is hometown to Joelle and Cowan. Now, in the history of barrel racing, this cowgirl has qualified many times to the World Championships, and this is the first year she's ever came. Qualified on 2 horses, brings them both to the short go-round. This is something to talk about that she calls Beavis.
16,109. I had an opportunity to meet Joellen at this World Championships, and I'm sure she's going to be thrilled with that $1,865 paycheck. That's $1,865 more than I won at the World Show this year.
It cost you money to run, huh?
It sure did.
Here's a cowgirl that's from RYDER, Texas, and if you know anything about the NBHA and his history and heritage, you know the name of Joanne Jones. Couple times world champion, national champion. She's also a fighter, Texas. Now, here's a horse that was going to be a rodeo pickup horse. Carrie Palmer's husband didn't like him, and hey, she's on the barrels, and she's going to be a winner.
I'd take that as a hand-me-down. 16,108, and a paycheck of $2,331 for the 4th division winner. First place there is Carrie Palmer and her horse, 2 Bits. Like we said, Alan, the 4th division is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. 2 seconds off, people like Cody Bowsman and the like. That's just great. So 5th place was Diane with the $816 and that 16-1. Linda fell in 4th place there with a 16,125.
And then it was Gary Blaisdell, the only gentleman to win money into 4D, $1,398 for a 16,123. Our friend Joellen Cowan, she finishes as a reserve world champion at her first time in Augusta with $1,865.
And Carrie going to be dragging that 4-star trailer home as the champion. And let's go into our 3rd division.
And in the 3rd division, we get it started out with the horse that they call Miss Indy 92. There's a Swords Creek, Virginia cowgirl, Holly Dye, on the pattern. And you just like the way this horse runs as well.
It's just amazing to see the difference in times. 15,195 for Holly Dye and her horse, Miss Indy 92. A paycheck of just over $1,000. And just talking about that split-second difference, Alan, it really makes all the difference in the world.
And Swartz Creek, Virginia's been hometown world champions in the past, too. Now, Tennessee. We go to the volunteer state. You can see this cowgirl likes those volunteers.
She sure does.
He's got the orange on. And Tennessee is always well represented at the World Championship show. And all you have to do is look at the talent of this blonde cowgirl, B.J. Patterson, and she's a running fool.
Crosses that timer line with a 15-1-6-4, 1-5-1-6-4 for Miss B.J. Patterson and her horse, She's a Running Fool. $1,450. That's something that I'd be proud to take to the bank.
How much did you take to the bank?
That would be absolutely nothing. Thanks for reminding me.
You are welcome, sir. Julia Erickson is from Winona, Minnesota.
Look at that shirt, huh?
Absolutely. Kind of has the Martha Josie look going on there. Gee Whiz Gypsy. I love the name of this horse. And here's a cowgirl's got a hard-running horse and is going to be in the money in the 3rd division.
She's going to bring home a time of 15-1-6-1, 1-5-1-6-1. She's going to bring home a paycheck also of $1,740. So I guess Julie's going to be able to buy a lot more of those fringe and frilly shirts, if you will.
Well, with the mint juleps, magnolias around. Magnolias AFFIRM is the name of this horse for the cowgirl, or actually cowboy David Lawson of Caryville, Tennessee. Oh, man, sometimes you just get things confused around.
Well, it's just exciting when you're watching these horses running in the 3rd division, and they're striving to be 1D riders at some point, and 15-1-4-2 for this cowboy and for this duo, and a paycheck of $2,319 for David Lawson.
And the whole concept of this 4D divisional formatted barrel races we've talked about is where beginners can be winners. You take, and like we talked about the pickup horse a moment ago, rope horses, you go get them, bring them out, and you don't have to be a barn burner to win money. Raymond Reed is from Mechanicsville, Maryland. He rides J8 Van Fleet, and he's going to mark the time to win the 3rd division. Crosses
the timer line with a 15-1-1-7, and that just tells you folks that he's just off the winning pace. And he's going to bring home a big paycheck, $2,899. Good job, Raymond Reed. All right, our Open 3rd Division winners, Holly Dye in 5th place, B.J. Patterson in 4th with a 15-1-6-4. And there comes our friend Julie Erickson in 3rd place, winning $1,740.
Then it's David Lawson, Reserve World Champion with $2,319 in earnings. His time was a 15-1-42. And the winner of the 3rd Division World Championship, that 4-star trailer, that Texan saddle.
Stick around, stay close. We'll be back with more from the NBHA World Championships.
The hardest working man in show business is who the building's named after, James Brown. James Brown Arena. And we've got individuals that are the hardest working individuals in the go business, Ryan. We're to the 2D qualifiers. We're to the 2D World Championship section. Taylor Carver has been a 1D World Champion. That was on board the horse Papa Stop. Here's a younger horse, Little Louis O., Broxton, Georgia, hometown to this 12-year-old cowgirl.
I'll tell you what, I love to see those youth compete. 14-6-5-8, 1-4-6-5-8 for the cowgirl on Little Louis O. Taylor Carver in 6th place and a paycheck of $1,312.
Well, as we keep earning money and the horses are just getting that much faster, we're going to go to Unionville, Virginia. This is a cowgirl by the name of Kate Potter, and just look how this horse just drops that head down, pins those ears, and wants to work. And that's the lineage of the bloodline. ICHIE Go Cash, the name of the horse for the cowgirl in this short go-round.
14-6-2-5. The 2D, remember, is just a half second off that winning pace. So, folks, this is some fast footwork. $1,413 for Kate Potter, and not too bad, 5th place. Good job.
And when you look at it, $215,000 on a week's worth of work and looking to earn a share of that. And this cowgirl has done that at the Youth World Championships, at the Open World Championships. She's riding her mom's old horse, and I say mom's old horse because she won't let her have the horse back. Dixie Miss Jet, this is Katie Manley of Lothian, Maryland.
14-6-06, and if I had about 3 of those horses in my barn, I could sell them 100 times over.
But why would you want to?
Exactly. For $2,018 taking home that paycheck, I guess I'd want to keep that horse as well.
We're going to go to the Sunshine State and Florida. Year in and year out in the history of the NBHA has sent more qualifiers to the NBHA World Show than any other state. Here's the cowgirl, Tammy Pettis, and looking for an alibi. Just look at how this horse, as long as he is, and I keep talking about the length of these horses for that stretch, but watch him collect and turn.
14,599 and a paycheck of $2,422. And when you have a chance to come to Augusta, every time those Florida horses run, you hear those cowbells are ringing.
Here comes a cowgirl that's earned a world title at the professional rodeo level. She's been an IPRA world champion. Here's a cowgirl that's also been a Derby champion at the BFA World Championships. Marne LOOSENORT, Hazel, Kentucky, and VF CHICKOR Duck is the name of the horse. And, man, the talent just rises.
She's so fast, a 14,597. and she's going to bring home a paycheck of $3,229 just to add to her long list of winnings, Alan. Marnie Loosenort and VF Chicker Duck.
And as we talk about barrel racing, we mentioned the youth. This cowgirl's uncle's been an NBHA 1D world champion. J.R. Chicato was his horse's name. That was Stevie Truax, who we tragically missed. Accident there in Oklahoma City. But Nicole Love on this horse, Fifth of Jack, is the last horse to run tonight. Steps it up for a world championship.
14,595, first place in the second division, a paycheck of $4,036. Maybe someday, Alan, I will be able to take that one to the bank account. So we take a look at the leaderboard. Fifth place, Kate Potter, great time of 14,625. Fourth, as we mentioned, was Katie Manley. Third was Tammy Pettis, bringing home $2,422.
And with a check of $3,229 added to her career earnings, Marnie Loosenort and the world champion of the 2D, Nicole Love, out of Staley, North Carolina, $4,036.
How about some fast horses, you think? We might be looking at the first division coming up here next. And, Alan, when you're competing for a world championship like this, I mean, you got to be fast.
Oh, fast is sometimes not even the word for it. Here's a cowgirl that has earned an IPRA World Championship as well, and MESA LEAVITT of Bluegrass, Iowa. Junior's Genuine Doc, they just call Junior, and this little sorrel horse is a missile.
Hey, I'm proud to be an Iowan as well. 14,281, 14281 for MESA, and a $1,497. Good job, cowgirl.
Is Iowan a word?
Iowan, it is a word.
I thought it was Iowegian.
No, it's Iowa.
Iowegian must not be.
It's got to be.
Here's a guy that's been a national champion at the National Barrel Horse Association. He's been to the BFA World Championship Show Finals. Adam Roper, he's one of those that we just saw blossom from a short young guy to a big, tall barrel racer. Promises to dash, is an outstanding barrel horse.
Great horse, great rider, 14238 for Adam Roper, and a paycheck of $1,612. And I'll tell you what, this horse is just going to keep winning more money for Adam and anybody else that sits in that saddle.
Now, here's what I would like for you to do as you sit in your living room, in your office, and you watch. Back up against the wall, cover up one eye, and make a run around the room. This horse only has one eye. SR Red Ryder, the one-eyed wonder, and didn't start out that way. Brett Monroe, Gay, Georgia, sweepstakes world champion, BFA world champion, and a great horse.
14,228 for SR Red Ryder and Brett Monroe, and I have a feeling that horse could do it absolutely blindfolded. A paycheck of $2,303 for a great horse and a great cowboy.
Now we go to a sweepstakes world champion from earlier in the week, and this horse is as fast across the pen as any you're going to see in the country. We go to Byron Center, Michigan. Sally Kuipers and Too Pretty to Dance, another of those BFA Derby world champion horses.
Great time turned in tonight, and she's going to finish up 14,186 and $2,763. Sally Kuipers, what a good horse. I'd like to have a chance to ride a horse like that one day.
Shoot, I don't know if I could. That horse right there, the way he drops and turns that first barrel, I'd be
good.
Up 3 rows. And talk about dropping and turning the first barrel. How about a horse that's still living, has been immortalized by Briars?
Right.
You can own him. Have a piece of him. Ladies and gentlemen, the infamous Hot Shot. Nate Shilabar, Tierney Steinoff, Veneta, Oklahoma.
What a great little cowgirl, rides really aggressively and does a great job and always takes that horse to the pay window with a time of 14,184. And look at that paycheck. That's stout. $3,684 for Miss Steinhoff. And, of course, her horse that she loves so much, Hot Shot. Well, we're rolling to the top, Alan.
That'll buy a few buckets of oats. Hey, this man has already been a winner at many barrel futurities, a BFA world champion. He's won the Old Fort Days futurity. Placed this horse there as well. Cody Bauserman, Sallisaw, Oklahoma, and the 4-year-old VF Red Bully.
What a time. 14,081 for Cody Bauserman and VF Red Bully. $4,606. Well, Alan, we're going to let you get down to the arena floor, take a quick break so you can have a chance to catch up with Cody.
Cody, how about your win tonight with VF Red Bully?
That was pretty amazing. I had to work with him a little bit to get a good first barrel this week, and he did it at the right times. He did it at the lightning round, and then he did it tonight, and that makes it pretty special. And then the other 2 barrels were pretty flawless tonight. It was a real good run tonight, and I was just real tickled.
Now, the owner is Carolyn Euler. Was she here at the show, or have you talked to her at home yet?
I hadn't got to speak to her yet, but I'm sure as soon as I get out of here, she'll get a phone call.
Now, after the fastest time with Hot Shot earlier in the week at that 14,121, did you feel that the O could be run?
Yeah, I thought the O could be run when I actually run a 14.2 the second go, and I kind of missed my first barrel a little bit, and I thought if I could really get that first barrel, I can run me an O.
Well, will we see this horse at the BFA World Show?
Yes, we will. Yep. Oklahoma City, here we come.
Well, congratulations to Cody Bowersman of Sallisaw, Oklahoma, and the great horse VF Red Bully, your 2007 NBHA Open 1D World Champion.
Great cowboy, great horse, Cody Bowersman, and our 1D World Champion. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. In the Open 4th Division, 5th place again was Diane GOETZMAN with a 16.137. 4th place was Linda Fewell in a 16.125.
And the number on the scoreboard was a 16.123 for 3rd place in the 4D, Gary Blaisdell. Joe Ellen Cowan is a reserve world champion with a 16.109 in the 4th Division of the NBHA and your world champion. 4-star trailer, text hand saddle, and a Gist Gold and Silver buckle to Carrie Palmer.
$231 for her. And 5th place in the 3rd division is going to go to Holly Dye, 15.195. 4th to BJ Patterson, 15.164.
3rd place was Julie Erickson with a 15.161. 2nd and reserve world champion, Mr. David Lawson, he had a 15.142.
And 1st place in your 3rd division and your world champion, Raymond Reed, $2,899, and he turned in a time of 15.117. Alan, take over on the 2nd division.
As the times get faster, we pay more money. Kate Potter is 5th in the 2nd division with a 14.625. Little Katie Manley finishes up 4th in the 2D with a 14.606.
In 3rd place, Tammy Pettis, 14.599, a $2,422 paycheck. Marnie Loosenort in 2nd place with a 14.597, and Nicole Love, your 2D 2007 world champion, with a 14.595.
And into the 1st division, the fastest of all those that came to Augusta, Adam Roper. He's always there, 14.238, 5th in the 1D, and of course, Brett Monroe with the one-eyed wonder, SR Red Ryder, 14.228, has a 4th place World Show finish.
Sally Kuipers comes in 3rd with a 14.186. Tierney Steinhoff with a 14.184 in 2nd place, and your world champion here in Augusta, Georgia for 2007, Cody Bowersman, and a 14.081 and a big fat paycheck of $4,606.
His total just over $21,000 for the week. We want to thank you all for joining us at this special edition, the highlight edition from the NBHA World Championship Show in Augusta, Georgia.